Hello everybody. So this video is entitled MSTR stock. Did they buy bonds this week? Did they buy bonds? And I also want to talk about the itVac loading and about the Middle East, about the Bitcoin price action, and also about new FUD coming out as I speak. So the message this week was pretty cryptic about two areas, buying bonds and also the itVac. And of course, let's quickly address this. Saylor uses these cryptic messages for virality. In fact, if you see the latest podcast from When Shift Happens, Saylor develops that, talks about that, and about the fact that, yeah, if he sticks to the fact, nobody's going to retweet. You need to use colorful language to win in social media. And actually, after tweeting this, after talking about a itVac, somebody somewhere made an AI-generated picture, and my guess is if we go back 10 days from now, that picture is going to be more viral than the dot chart, the usual dot chart, because we've seen this literally, probably 100 times, something like that, maybe 50 times. We've seen it dozens of times. The itVac we've never seen. My guess is that this is going to go more viral because now Saylor retweeted it, and of course, it keeps you on top of the global conversation when you do that. So that's point number one. Point number two is being cryptic. You have to keep the market guessing. This is what Saylor has said multiple times. It makes it more interesting if you are not very clear and you try to, signal some doubt and make people wonder. He's making me wonder with that tweet. What did you do? You bought bonds. Does that mean you bought your own bonds, your convertible bonds? Did you buy back your own convertible debt? Did you continue buying back the convertible debt? And if he did that, that's absolutely a wonderful thing. It's better for the common shareholder if you buy back the convertible debt right now because you avoid future dilution, but that could also mean that he bought treasury bonds, like government bonds, to add to the cash reserves. And so I think people are confused. I think he's talking about buying back the convertible bonds, but it could also mean that he bought treasury bonds to add them to the cash reserve. The internet doesn't seem to know. That keeps the internet guessing. I hope it's the former as a MSTR holder, but let's face it, both actions would be conducive to an improvement in the credit rating of MSTR, which would then also means STRC credit rating would go up and some people could buy STRC. And this is, of course, what they're laser focused on, improving the credit worthiness of STRC so that STRC consistently and always trades at 100 so that it can ATM all the time. Let's talk about the price action of Bitcoin. And I am so tired of this. The market are closed for 3 days, which means that Bitcoin is the official and only punching bag of geopolitics. And this has been like that for months. And I mean, this absolutely does not interest me, but it moves Bitcoin. Like, it's so annoying. So yesterday, a deal announced. It's a largely negotiated deal. You get a tweet. Okay, we go past 77K. That's great. And then we party for like 10 hours. And then, as of an hour and a half ago, all people say, "Oh no, let's not make the deal. Let's not rush the deal. We have plenty of time." And of course, Bitcoin crashes. Let's make a decision already. Are we keeping it closed for 5 years? Or are we opening it? Let's just make a decision. This uncertainty is what keeps a lid on the markets. This uncertainty is what keeps a lid on the market. If Hormuz stays closed, that means, you already have the UAE building a pipeline. If Hormuz stays closed, they're all going to build new pipelines. They're going to rush those pipelines, and we'll be back to normal in a year and a half with Hormuz closed. Right? The market is worried about this indecision. What are we doing? Just make a decision. This is so annoying. Every week we delay. Every Tuesday we delay. Every Tuesday we add another delay. And I guess today is not a Tuesday. But my guess is, if I had to guess, we're going to have another delay. Just make a decision about this. Anyways, I'm sorry about the rant. Lastly, unfortunate FUD. I want to talk about this. Okay, unfortunate FUD. Matthew Crater, I used to love his channel. I mean, this guy is a smart guy. Why would you pick on Saylor like that? Especially when moving to a daily dividend payment is SETA. That's SETA's doing. That's Strive. That's not Saylor. Saylor even said on podcast, this was not our idea. Now, I believe it's a better idea to move to daily. I think Saylor will come to the conclusion that daily is a better idea. But that's not Saylor's doing. So why would you pick on Saylor? Saylor didn't do that. That was SETA. But of course, why do you do that? Of course, yeah, because when you're a big channel, you gotta get the views. And of course, Strive is still relatively less known than MSTR, and so you gotta pick on Saylor. You gotta pick on the biggest influencer in the field, which is Michael Saylor, of course. Anyways, the issue seems to be about STRC potentially moving 2x a month, but again, STRC is not mentioned by name. It's all about SETA, who moved to daily. And he talks about a new product, fake April Fool's video in May. I don't get it. About a asset called Stonk who should pay hourly, and of course it's not possible because these operate in the TradFi world, and the TradFi world moves very slow. And I believe finance and economics TradFi finance. I believe they are inferior sciences to actual hard sciences or engineering. I believe they're way inferior. But anyways, that's the point. Why shouldn't we pay hourly? Actually, a tree does not grow every hour, right? Like a bacteria does not multiply every hour. Like it's continuous. Everything in nature is continuous. There's no stop to the growth of a tree every hour, and then it bursts. Like every month the tree grows by a foot and then it stops growing. That's not how it works in nature. So why shouldn't an asset, why shouldn't the money flow out on an asset uninterrupted, right? Why not? Why shouldn't it? Why shouldn't it? So if it were possible to pay hourly, and if you had actually assets who actually traded 24/7, and if it were possible to do that, yeah, it would be a better product. Increasing the frequency of payments, assuming that you have no transaction costs whatsoever, increasing the frequency of payments always makes it better. Let me tell you this. Your electric grid, right? Alternating current, it doesn't send a burst of electricity every hour. Right, you don't have your light just light up every hour for a split second and then turns off. No, it sends electricity. It sends bursts of electricity 50 times per second, actually 60 times per second in the US. Right, 50 times per second electricity gets sent on the wires. This is just the way. I have no issue thinking of an instrument working like that, or a dividend being paid like that, being sent to you as it is generated. And so to me this is absolutely unfounded FUD. The problem is that intellectual rigidity. Once you reach a certain age, you're just not open to new ideas. Like obvious, like in my view, for example, similar point. I'm a big believer in micropayments. I think they make a lot of sense. Like for example, like if you look at chatting, if you look at all of the SaaS software, etc., why do we have to pay $15 a month, right? Why would one have to pay $15 a month to watch Netflix when really they may be interested in just watching a show for an hour? And why wouldn't you send fractions of a penny to just one tiny episode of a tiny show? And that's something that crypto is going to enable, and we're going to see major changes in business models where, wait, maybe WhatsApp shouldn't be free. Maybe it should cost 0.00001 penny to send a WhatsApp message, and in exchange for that, Maybe they don't sell your information. Maybe they don't analyze your data by AI to sell you stuff. There's new business models that are going to come from increasing the frequency, from increasing the octave, as Saylor would say, of payments. So absolutely hourly is a good idea. It is a good idea. It's better than twice a month. It's better than monthly. It's better than yearly. And everything is like that, whether it's the flow of information, whether it's the flow of electricity, whether it's the flow of money. It's all like this, you know. And Saylor talks about, of course, the website of strategy updating 15 seconds. Yeah, why do companies report quarterly? Companies should probably report right away as soon as they get the data. The information should move quickly. The frequency should increase. So anyways, but sometimes people get stuck in old ways, and it's just the way it has to be done because we've always done it this way and no thinking outside of a box. Anyways, off of my soapbox, sorry about that. Not investment advice. This is not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.